So I don't know what to upload, and I really wanted to do something fast and easy, and because Smash Brothers is currently really hot right now, and I wanted to talk about Smash Brothers in some specific way, I'm gonna do the most unoriginal thing possible. I'm doing a tier list today.
You don't want to be like this. This is disgusting. This is awful in every way. If I could kill it, I would. But I legally can't.
I know I don't normally talk about Smash Brothers in any specific way, but I just thought for the sake of it, why not? Because there are some characters that were introduced through DLC and Smash Ultimate that I was really excited about. Just for the sake of things, I'm only talking about DLC characters post-launch and not at launch, so character trailers that came before, like Ken and Ridley and Simon and all that, you know, the characters that were announced to be at the game at launch, those characters aren't going to be in the tier list. I'm only talking about from like Joker to all the way to Sora. And just for the sake of things, I'm going to go ahead and start off with Piranha Plant, because he was technically added post-launch. And yeah, he's a character who exists, and I don't think anyone plays him anymore, and I don't think people have played him after when he was first released. And yeah, there's not really a whole lot to say about Piranha Plant, so fucking D tier. Next up, we have Joker. And I make it no surprise that you're gonna know what I'm pretty biased, by the way. I make it no surprise that I really like Persona 5. Persona 5 is a game that I really love and enjoy, and I talk about it all the time with my friends. It's like one of the rare few games that I'm able to bring up in conversation almost all the time, no matter what we're talking about. And yeah, I remember when the trailer was being, or when he was being announced and when he was being shown off. It was at the Game Awards, and I think the same year that Smash Brothers was released, or Smash Ultimate was released, which is like 2018. It was at the Game Awards. Fucking, I forget what was going on at the time specifically, but someone was talking, and then some stuff was going on the screen, and then the Persona 5 cast members started speaking, and the whole time Joker's just like flipping around and shit, and you're wondering what the hell's going on. You're wondering if it's probably just another like Persona spin-off game, like we would eventually get more Persona 5 spin-off games, but no, it was actually the fact that Joker was coming to Smash Brothers, and he was the first post-launch DLC character to be revealed to be in the game. And yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and put him where he belongs. Fucking S tier. S tier reveal. The trailer was good. He looks good in game, and he's just a character that I really, really like seeing in the game and being in Smash Brothers. And the fact that he was the first Persona character is very fitting. So Joker is S tier 100%.
We're not the ones sending a card this time. In fact, we've been invited. Invited to steal the greatest treasure of all.
The unstoppable Exodia! Impossible!
Next up is Hero. I'm not gonna make it a surprise and say that I never really played Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest was just something that I never really played when I was growing up, or even recently. Dragon Quest was just a game that was there, and I sort of knew it existed because the artist for the characters and the designs is done by Akira Toriyama, and Toriyama did the designs for Dragon Ball, and I like Dragon Ball. But that was about as far as I knew about Dragon Quest. But I think the thing that goes for Hero's trailer, at least, is that at least he had a decent trailer. And I think the reason why people kind of forget about Hero is also because of the next character who we're going to be talking about after Hero. But I guess for the sake of things, I'll put Hero in C tier? Yeah. But after that, he was pretty much announced along with fucking Banjo-Kazooie, who I'm going to go ahead and put in B tier, because it was a surprising reveal, especially considering that he was also a character that people had been asking for a very, very long time. And I think he deserves to be in Smash Brothers, and he's animated really well, and his trailer was genuinely really good, and I really enjoyed watching the trailer back years later in advance in hindsight, and I thought it was a really good trailer. But I never really played Banjo-Kazooie because I didn't have an N64 for a long time for reasons that I'm not going to go into, but Banjo-Kazooie was just not a game that I had played, but I acknowledged the legacy of the character, and I acknowledge that he also definitely deserves to be in Smash Brothers. And, you know, he looks good. He's a character that looks good and is definitely a proper inclusion to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Next up is Terry Bogard from Fatal Fury / King of Fighters, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Fucking A-tier reveal. The trailer was really good, he looks really good in game, and he's a character from a legacy fighting game series that not a lot of people knew prior to his inclusion to being in Super Smash Bros. And I think this character being in the game is super cool. I think he looks really cool, and I think a character from a series that not a lot of people knew, I just think was a really smart idea, and I'm glad that Terry was the one who was included. And, you know, even though I never really played that much of Fatal Fury or KOF, I know the legacy of the character. I know how much he is important to a lot of people, and yeah, I just think that this character, his inclusion was super cool. I really liked it, and yeah, I think Terry is just super cool. Byleth is C tier. Byleth is C tier. Their trailer is good. I like the trailer, but I made it no surprise. I think I've made a couple of tweets and replies to certain threads, like somewhere on my account somewhere. Another Fire Emblem character, I think if there wasn't so many Fire Emblem characters, like if we didn't like get Chrom in Ultimate, and we didn't get Roy back, and we didn't get Lucina and Robin and like Ike and Roy and fucking Marth, and if we didn't have as many Fire Emblem characters in the game as we did, I don't think Byleth's inclusion would have been seen nearly as bad as it was, and he wouldn't be nearly as much of a hated character. But simply because of the fact that Ultimate just has so many Fire Emblem characters at the end of its life cycle, I just think that having him here, and having him being released here, especially after Terry and Banjo and Joker, I just don't think having him released here was a smart idea, and it definitely wasn't. A lot of people are still really mad about Byleth being in Smash Brothers. So yeah, really sorry about that, Byleth, but I don't care about you, and I hate your game. There, I said it.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Star Wars! Star Wars! What? Star Wars!
Min Min is also a C tier. I don't think she looks bad, but I never played ARMS, and I never really cared about ARMS, and that's just all I really have to say about Min Min. She's just kind of there along with Piranha Plant, but at least I like her more than Piranha Plant. But again, I think her design looks good, you know, along with the other ARMS characters who could have been included. I think her trailer is kind of neat in the fact that it has just fucking Captain Falcon eating a whole bunch of ramen. I thought that was really funny, but yeah, it's just Min Min from ARMS, and if they're gonna have an ARMS character, you know, Min Min's not a bad choice. So yeah, C tier. Steve. Minecraft Steve is an A tier. I made a video when he was released. This is like one of the rare few times that I talk about Smash Brothers, and it was Steve's reveal in like later or early like last year or something. I forget when he was actually announced. But it was when he was revealed. That was one of the rare few times I actually talked about Smash Brothers, because I was really upset. I was really upset by his inclusion because I just didn't want to see him here at all. It was not an inclusion that I really wanted to see, so I was really mad and I made the video. But now I look back in retrospect, and his trailer is hilarious, his inclusion is hilarious, and seeing him in gameplay with all the other characters in Smash Brothers is hilarious. So off of the principle of that, and on the principle of realizing that my opinions can change and they don't have to stay the same, Steve went from being a fucking like F tier or like a D tier for the sake of the video to being all the way to an A tier. I think Steve is hilarious, and I'm not mad about his inclusion anymore. I think it's pretty funny. So yeah, Steve is an A tier. I don't think I really have to say anything for this next one. Sephiroth is an S tier. Sephiroth is an S tier because It had been a long time in Smash Brothers since we got a villain announced, and really, weirdly enough, there aren't like that many villains in Smash Brothers at all. But Sephiroth is an awesome inclusion because I forget when Sephiroth was announced. Was it last year's Game Awards? I think it was last year's Game Awards, yeah, when he was revealed to be in Smash Brothers, and the reveal was awesome. The trailer itself is fucking amazing. It is like top 5 greatest trailers of all time, period, for any video game. It's like top 3 for Smash Brothers, like ever. The trailer itself is really good, and the animations and the character itself are fucking fantastic. Sephiroth is a character from a series, from a game that I really love and have a passion towards too. So Sephiroth being in the game is incredible. I love it. I love his inclusion, and yeah, his just Sephiroth being in the game was an amazing inclusion. So yeah, Sephiroth is an S tier. Pyra and Mythra, Pyra / Mythra. I played a little bit of Xenoblade Chronicles 1, so I know like a little bit about Shulk and like his weapon and like the purpose of it and what it does, but I never played Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And that's because I only played a little bit of Xenoblade Chronicles 1, because I just didn't really get that far into it, because the gameplay was really weird for me and like got sidetracked with a couple of other stuff, so I just never went back to go play it. And yeah, people were mad about this inclusion as well, but I'll go ahead and say this. Pyra and Mythra is a B tier for me, but I think that Pyra and Mythra are great inclusions, because the only Xenoblade character that we had prior to Pyra and Mythra was just Shulk. And I think having more Xenoblade characters in the game and having it be done through DLC was a really smart idea. So I'm not mad about the Pyra and Mythra being included, but at the same time, I don't really care. They were like on the same level for me as Banjo-Kazooie. I acknowledge the existence of the character, and I acknowledge that they deserve to be in Smash Brothers, but I personally just don't really care that much for the game or the character that they are or where they're from. It's whatever, right? It's a whatever inclusion for me, but I'm glad that they are in, because we needed more representation of Xenoblade in Smash Brothers, and this isn't a bad one. During the trailer, it was really weird because I thought it was Rex. I know Rex in his name, but I thought it was going to be him, and actually we didn't even know if it was going to be a new game or DLC or whatever, and it was revealed that Pyra was coming to Smash. So the trailer was also pretty decent as well, but Pyra and Mythra is whatever for me, B tier. So I like Tekken enough to acknowledge that it's a pivotal fighting game in the fighting game community, and I like watching Tekken on a high level. I think Tekken on a high level is super fucking cool to watch. But Kazuya is... I like the trailer a lot because it's pretty funny, but I think Kazuya is a B tier because I don't know enough about the character, and I don't play enough of Tekken to really have that emotional connection. But I like Kazuya's inclusion, and I like how he plays. I like how significantly different he is compared to other characters and how he plays. He's kind of similar to how Terry was made back when he was released, but he's like significantly different. He plays like basically like a Tekken character in Smash Brothers, and I think that's cool. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about Kazuya. I think it's cool, but not much else. Sora is an S tier. Sora is a triple S tier. To give context for Sora's reveal and my mental state at that point, I stayed up the entire night prior to his release, a few weeks ago, before his announcement was being made. I stayed up the entire night before, and years and months prior to his announcement, I was in sheer denial about his inclusion. I thought it was going to be impossible. I didn't think it was really ever going to happen, and I called people delusional for ever thinking it was going to happen. I was one of those people who was just in straight denial about his inclusion. I didn't think that it was going to happen, and part of me almost didn't want it to happen because I didn't know how I was going to feel, at the moment when he was finally brought into the game. But boy, was I fucking wrong, because Sora was in Smash Brothers. He actually just released yesterday at the time of me recording this, and the love and care and attention to his character, in his trailer, in his gameplay, and everything about him, just it really shows how much they really cared for this character and how much they wanted people to also care for this character and people to be happy, right, as they were playing him, especially the fans who have played every single game in the series and know the lore and know the character inside and out. It was a very emotional day for me when he was released, or rather announced, and I was rolling on the floor, crying my eyes out. It was early in the morning, and my friends called me because they were like somewhere else. I think they were at another friend's house, and one of them called me because they were also watching the reveal. And during the phone call, all they could hear on their end was just me screaming and crying my eyes out from the reveal of Sora finally being in the game and being announced that he was going to be in the game as the final DLC character. And yeah, Kingdom Hearts is a series that means a lot to me. Sora is a character that, for his inclusion, means a lot to me especially, and I couldn't be happier that his inclusion has finally happened and he's finally here. And that's all I really have to say. If people are gonna start playing Kingdom Hearts because of his character inclusion in Smash Brothers, I couldn't be happier for that. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say for his reveal for the game. I was beyond ecstatic, and yeah, I don't know what's gonna be next for Smash Brothers. I don't know if they're gonna release another game or whatever, or if Sakurai is going to have any involvement at all in any specific way, but Smash Brothers is a game that means a lot to people, with a lot of characters that mean a lot to people, and I hope that in some way it has made people happy with whoever character was brought into this series of games, and especially this final one, the Smash Brothers Ultimate. So yeah, I think that's all I really have to say for the video. I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like. If you want to see more, be sure to subscribe. Let me know what other types of tier lists you want to see me do, because I'm not against doing that. I might actually do like another one, maybe about like Naruto/Boruto characters, because that's like a huge video series for me on this channel is Naruto and Boruto characters. So I might rank them and how I personally like the character and not on like what I think their power scaling is, because I know some people have done that and like the recent like few weeks back or whatever. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say. Again, like the video, subscribe if you want more. I'll see you guys next one. I'm out. Peace.